Get high rapper, the man hour. You already know. It's live. It's raw. Get high rapper. It's going down. Like these. I'm going around and letting everybody know that they welcome to the show. It's the latest thing you ever seen, you already know. Let me introduce you to your host of the hour. Hit me Mike and Mike. Yeah, it's the man hour. Got the hottest plays, all the breaking news. Every rumor, every trade, every breaking bruise. Tighten knuckle screws.
Welcome to the Man Hour After Dark. Sorry about that. Having some technical difficulties there with the music tonight. But nonetheless, we are here for the Man Hour After Dark. I am here with my man, Mike LeBlanc. Mike, what's going on, buddy?
What up? It's your boy,
I like
Mike.
I like how you turned the mute off that time. Yeah. Hey, you learning. You ain't no rookie no more.
It's your man, Mike, for After Dark Man Hour. Hey, guys, make sure you head over to themanhour.com. Go get you some merch. Go get you a hat. Go get you a hoodie. I mean, if you're in Texas, just go ahead and go get you a shirt because I don't know what the hell Texas weather is doing right now. We're in the middle of November. It's 85 degrees outside. I don't know what is going on, but go over to the Man Hour. Go get you some merch. Make a donation.
The weather has been absolutely insane, man. Here in Chicago, it was like 75 for a week straight last week. That's insane.
It's the 2020 thing to do, right?
I ain't complaining, though. I mean, it could stay like that the rest of the year, and I'd be fine. I can't stand that snow shit. But
so what's up, man?
Man.
How was your day?
It was good. It was busy. Worked all day. Worked till about 6 o'clock. Then play some Fortnite with the kids for a little bit, and now watching some football and talking with you for a little while.
You play Fortnite?
With my kids, man. They got me into that. I play that. I play Call of Duty too with my little guy. Actually, it's funny. My little guy's actually into the Call of Duty.
My son is like, Fortnite is life for him. Fortnite is life. I've probably spent easy like $2,000 or $3,000 on that game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Easy.
My
Easy.
my 16-year-old is freaking like he's ridiculous with the game. Like he is night and day Fortnite, and he's 16, and I'm just like, dude. Unless you're gonna be like that 16-year-old last year who won like $3 million on the tournament, you gotta go get a job or something. You know what I mean?
You gotta go get something. Go get a job.
Yeah.
So tell the people
Absolutely.
out there what
he
you
chimes
do.
in, he says, "Yes, sir."
So tell the people out there what you do, man. Everybody knows what Buck does. All our listeners know. I own my own digital marketing agency. So tell
people for the last 15 years, I owned my own carpentry business. And when I moved back and relocated back to Chicago, I just decided to collect a paycheck as opposed to having to chase people for money. So now I'm a project manager for a local carpentry business, and that's what I do during the day when I'm not on here talking sports with you guys. But hopefully soon you guys will keep giving us and showing us the love, and I won't have to do that no more, and I could just talk sports all day for a living. That's the end game, brother.
That's the goal right there, to talk sports all day long.
Oh, my God.
To you lovely people out there.
Hell yeah. And
So-
speaking of sports, I'm not sure, like, I know you're watching the game. I see you got it on in the background. King Henry right now making a crazy run, as King Henry does. And the Titans lead the Colts right now 7-3. I would like for the Colts or the Titans to score one more touchdown and leave it like that, because then I win $100 on my strip card this evening. And
Well, that's not going to happen.
Hey, no, they just need to leave it there for the first half. So we got 12 minutes to go to the first half's over. And then after that, they can score. As long as the final score ends in a 7 as well, we'll be good. But speaking of football, man, I don't know if do you watch any of the ESPN stuff? Like, I know I like to listen to Stephen A. and all them every once in a while. I don't really care for Max Keller. Max Keller, you know who Max Keller reminds me of?
Who?
Our boy Buckheister.
Oh, just
He's
bullshit
always
coming
saying
out of his
some
mouth?
stupid
Yeah.
stuff, man. He's
I
always
guess you
got
gotta-
some stupid stuff saying.
I guess you have to have a retard in the bunch, right?
Buck and Max Kellerman, the only two people in the world who think that Brady's been done for the last 6 years.
I guess, and Brady keeps proving them wrong every year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But so they had Brett Favre on today, or it was yesterday actually. They had Brett Favre on, and they asked Brett Favre what's going on in Philadelphia, and Brett Favre kind of called out Carson Wentz and said, it's not really the coaching. This is more of a can't stay healthy thing, and this is on him.
I mean, he's not wrong. I didn't really get to see what Brett Favre said, but, I mean, he's not wrong. Carson Wentz can't stay healthy. I mean, he's hurt year after year. So, I mean, it leads you to believe that did the Eagles make did they make a mistake when they drafted Carson Wentz?
I don't want to say they made a mistake because Carson Wentz is still a very viable starting quarterback. I'd take Carson Wentz over the two idiots we have in Chicago. So there's some starters in the league that he could start over. I'm sure Jacksonville would love to have a Carson Wentz. I'm sure, lots of there's a couple other teams, the Jets. I mean, to me, the Jets, it don't matter who the hell's their starting quarterback. That Jets organization is defunct. But
yeah, they got to get rid of Gase before they can really start rebuilding. That guy he's literally torn the Jets down. Because I mean, if I remember correctly, was it like 3 or 4 years ago? Jets were actually a team that were something. People thought like, hey, they're definitely a playoff team. I don't think they would ever say the Jets were going to win the Super Bowl, but they were definitely a playoff team. And then Gase got there and kind of just blew up the spot.
Yeah, I mean, Gase is, and from the start of his first interview when he took over, you remember that when he looked like he was on like speed or something? His eyes where he's like, and you're like, what the hell is this guy on? And then he starts coaching, and you're like, what the hell is this guy on? Because it really does not make sense. He's torn that organization apart. But, nonetheless, getting back to Philly and Carson Wentz, I mean, look, Brett Favre is one of those guys who is always going to lead towards taking the limelight. And I believe that Brett Favre knew what he was doing when he said what he said about Carson Wentz. I mean,
Brett Favre, arguably, you got to put Brett Favre in the top 6, top 7 quarterbacks of the league or of all time.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No way.
Top 10. Top 10.
Top 10 is arguable. Top 10's arguable. But
it's Brett Favre.
Definitely not top 5,
Favre.
Top 6. No.
You're crazy. I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers is over Brett Favre right now.
No, I agree with that. I think Aaron Rodgers is definitely a better quarterback than Brett Favre. But
so then what? You got three Green Bay quarterbacks in your top 6 then?
Who's the other Green Bay?
Bart Starr.
Brett Starr? I don't know if you put Bart Starr that high. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I think Bart Starr was better than Brett Favre. Brett Favre.
No way.
Oh, dude, Brett Favre was a killer, and that's Brett Favre. And I don't want to say that Brett Favre's not, because Brett Favre is my argument for Jameis Winston being a top 10 quarterback when I talk about Jameis Winston, because I feel like Jameis Winston is just like Brett Favre. Jameis Winston is a gunslinger who's going to throw a lot of interceptions in his career, just like Brett Favre. Nobody's ever thrown more interceptions in a career than Brett Favre.
I get that, but let's talk about winning percentages though with Brett Favre. I mean, he did it in Green Bay. Not only did he do it in Green Bay, but he went to Minnesota and he did it in Minnesota and almost took him to a Super Bowl in Minnesota.
Why is my boy Hoffy coming at me right now?
Having Gase as your head coach is like having Combs as your podcast host. Wow. Fuck out of here. What are you talking about?
Hoffy. Guess who don't have a show no more? Hoffy want to talk stuff, and now Hoffy all of a sudden isn't getting the link on Sunday. Hey, LeBlanc, what you doing on Sunday? You want to come join me on TSS?
Let's go. As long as we're not doing like 2 hours.
No, we just do 1 hour now.
Yeah,
I
let's
was
go.
doing 2 hours, but then I added Hoffy to the show, and we just couldn't hold down 2 hours. So
Yeah, let's
now
go.
we had to go to 1.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, cool. All right, so at any rate, look, Carson Wentz has been a really good quarterback, but he's also been a really injured quarterback. And I think that without the injuries, Carson Wentz could have been something special. But now I think that he would just be a really good backup. He would be that guy who could come off the bench for you and save your season if your starter goes down.
I hate to agree with you because I do think if he could stay healthy throughout the whole season, Carson Wentz is. If he could stay healthy,
ass. Look, now he's kissing ass.
if Carson Wentz could stay healthy throughout the whole season, he's top 5 quarterback in the league, in my opinion. Maybe not top 5. Let me retract that. Top 7. Easy. I mean, I think he can go to a lot of teams and turn a lot of teams around. I think he can go to teams that are really like a quarterback away from really
like the Bears. So if you put Carson Wentz on the Bears right now, are they better than 5-4?
Yes. And I think if you put Carson Wentz on the 49ers, it's a better team than Jimmy G. I like Carson Wentz better than I do Jared Goff.
Hey, Hoffy, head over to the YouTube channel and start chiming in on the YouTube channel. Look, I like him better than Goff too. Excuse me. I like him better than Goff too. I don't think that Goff is that special, which is why I'm not a big believer in the Los Angeles Rams either. Why I still feel like they are going to finish at 8-8 or 9-7.
Oh, here comes Chip.
Oh no.
Where's Benzie?
Oh God. Oh God. Benzie, where you at, bud? Chip. How's it going, Chip? That's our boy Chip Cannon who chimes in and starts some junk every once in a while. Got Benzie all riled up. Benzie was still riled up yesterday, Chip.
Yeah,
you had him going for like a 24-hour stretch. He couldn't get you off his mind. Like I think he's gonna have Chip Cannon underwear next to his Drew Brees underwear. You keep it up. So, all right. So Carson Wentz. Let's go through it then. Carson Wentz. Is he better? He's definitely better than Nick Foles. I'm gonna go through the starters.
Okay. Agreed.
He's not going to be better in Indiana. Is he better than Phillip Rivers right now?
No.
Is he better than Ryan Tannehill right now?
Oh, I want to say yes.
Ryan Tannehill's played this season like he's a top 10 quarterback. And I know
here's
he's
my
not,
thing
but
with-
he's played this season like he is.
Here's my thing with Tannehill. Tannehill is more of a bus driver, and he gets more credit than he deserves because of King Henry. Everybody is watching out for King Henry, and that.
But
and
isn't that what every quarterback needs, though, to be really good? Is a good run game. Could you imagine Cam Newton in Tennessee?
Possibly.
Tennessee would probably be undefeated right now with Cam Newton.
But, I mean, you got Patrick Mahomes. Does Patrick Mahomes really need a run game? No. Does Russell Wilson need a run game? No. Does
Patrick Mahomes is more dynamic with a really good run game.
Yes, he is. But does he need a run game to win? No.
I don't know. We haven't seen him without a run game yet.
Yes,
he had a run game last year.
Who?
In Kansas City?
Yeah, who?
They had a really strong run game last year.
No, not really. Don't get me wrong.
I mean,
every
that
team
offense
needs
is
a
really
run
explosive with his wide receivers too, though. But quarterbacks with a really good run game are going to be more successful. So
Yes.
if you put Carson Wentz with, I mean, that's the other thing too, is this isn't all on Carson Wentz, not just because of the injuries, but because of the offensive line that he's playing with and the lack of weapons that he has in Philadelphia.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Carson Wentz on the Cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah. Carson Wentz could be a starting quarterback on the Dallas Cowboys and be a winning quarterback on the Dallas Cowboys.
You think about all the weapons around him.
Right. And that's why I don't think I would like to see Carson Wentz in a Bears uniform just because he's a better option than what's his face there? Foles
Trubisky?
or Trubisky. But I don't think he makes the Bears better because the Bears can't run the ball and the Bears can't block just like they can't in Philadelphia. And they don't have the wide receivers that he would need to go and do something special like he does, like he wants to do in Philadelphia. Yeah, Colts. Indianapolis just scored. But no, all right, so let's finish going through it then. So he's not better. You're not going to take him over Justin Herbert, right?
No.
In Los Angeles?
No.
And you're not taking him over Burrows in Cincinnati?
No.
Are you taking him over Darnold in New York?
Yes.
Really?
I take him over Darnold in New York.
I like Darnold, and I think Darnold in New York is really good. I just think he's been the product of a really, really bad organization.
I think Darnold is good, but I don't like the season that Carson Wentz had when he tore his ACL. That he had an MVP season. He showed that he has greatness, right? I just don't. I haven't seen that really from Darnold, even though he doesn't have a whole lot of weapons around him. I mean, he had Le'Veon Bell around him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And still, we didn't see a whole lot. So that's why I would go with Carson Wentz over Darnold.
All right. What about? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Carson Wentz in Oakland. You take him over Derek Carr? Oh, Las Vegas. I keep saying Oakland.
Ooh, that's hard, man. I really like Derek Carr, and I think Derek Carr gets a lot of shit from people, and I really don't think people realize how good of a quarterback he is. I think Derek Carr is a great quarterback. I think he could go to a lot of different teams and turn teams around, and people would start to know.
He's had a lot of talent in Oakland / Las Vegas.
Has he?
He has. Oh, absolutely. I mean, they went through a couple of really good running backs. They had Jacobs there for a little bit. They've had some really talented backs, Jennings, and then he's had some really good wide receivers go there, and they just don't win.
It's coaching. It is coaching in Oakland / Las Vegas.
He's been through more than one coach there. Derek Carr has too.
Exactly. I mean, how many systems do you expect a man to learn year after year?
I mean, he's kind of been the same. I mean, Derek Carr's put up the numbers.
Yeah,
he's put up the numbers in both systems.
That's what I'm saying. Like, put him in 49ers.
Win, though.
That's true. Look at Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott put up the numbers. Dan Marino. Yeah, but Dan Marino has won playoff games.
Yeah, but Dan Marino never wanted to win because Dan Marino wanted to be the highest paid player on his offense. So
that's true.
That was the difference between Dan Marino and a lot of your great quarterbacks. All right. Well, I mean, look, I don't agree with Brett Favre. I don't say that this is all on Carson Wentz. I think that it's a mixture of not having the talent around him, not having the coaching around him, not having a good offensive line, no running backs, and he's just trying to make things happen this year, and they're just not happening for him. Is that a product of being a bad quarterback or a product of making things happen? Because a lot of people gave Jameis Winston the same guff last year for playing with all them weapons and having to try to make things happen because they couldn't block for him. And he threw 30 interceptions, but he was a lot of the times he's trying to make things happen. Now, you know, you can say what you want, but the man still threw for 5,000 yards and 30-plus touchdowns, and he was the only quarterback to do it last year. So, I mean, it kind of goes back to Derek Carr. You're putting up the numbers, but you're not winning. If he throws all those interceptions last year and they go to the NFC title game, are people still talking bad about Jameis Winston? Is he still the starter in Tampa Bay?
If they go to the NFC title game.
Do they say no Tom, we don't need you, we've got Jameis?
No, I
If
still
they go
think
to
they
the
go
NFC
out.
title game?
No, I still think they go out and get Tom because it's Tom. Just because it's Tom Brady.
Your boy Chip Cannon says Derrick Henry has more touchdown passes than Wentz. Therefore, Henry should be mentioned above Wentz.
Oh, touche.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I mean that's bad when a running back has more passing touchdowns than a quarterback.
Mike Buckheister chiming in. Buck says he's not the starter in Tampa Bay, win or lose. They had to win a Super Bowl. Why do you have to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, why do you have to win a Super Bowl? I'm curious about that too because I'm going to be honest. Like at the beginning of the season, I trashed Dak Prescott, right? I trashed Dak Prescott. But if he would have went to the NFC Championship this year, like I'm sorry the man got hurt. Prayers to you, Dak. I hope you're recovering great. I don't want to see that happen to any player, regardless if I don't like you or not. I don't wish that upon any player. But
Chip, go to the YouTube channel, create a profile. Comment on YouTube.
If Dak Prescott would have took them to the NFC Championship this year, I might have different thoughts about that.
I got news for you. If Dak doesn't get hurt, he would have taken him to the NFC Championship game.
I don't know about that, brother.
Dude, they are good. He had
weren't
CeeDee
winning.
Lamb coming on, but they had no preseason, no time to work.
They weren't winning.
No, but the first 4 games of this season was about getting your feet under you and about coming together with your team because you didn't have a preseason. You didn't have the training camp like normal because of COVID. So the first 4 weeks of the season were an aberration, which is why you saw teams like Minnesota come out of the gate cold. But then now Minnesota's finally starting to look like the team we thought they were going to be in the regular season. It's also why you saw the New England Patriots come out looking like they were going to be a Super Bowl contender. And now they look like they are one of the worst teams in the NFL.
No, New England Patriots are one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Well, right, but they came out and everybody was talking about them after the first 3 weeks, me included, Buck and you included. We were all talking about how good they looked, and were we wrong?
We were really wrong. I mean,
and the Cowboys.
I don't know what's going on in New England, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there.
And the Cowboys weren't winning coming out of the gate, but they were starting to turn it on. Dak's been out since week 5, and we were talking last week how he still had more passing yards than about 6 or 7 starters in the league.
This is true. I mean, but it goes back to you can have the stats but not win.
But they were coming on though. They were gonna win. They were gonna start winning, and they had started with that Atlanta game before he got hurt.
I think if Dak was in there, I think there's a couple games. All Access Sports, Cowboys Talk, yay. Hey, sit down. Be quiet. This is our show, not yours. Be quiet. If Dak,
hey, that's
I think
your boy
if,
Buck, by the way.
if
Look at
Dak,
that.
do I need to block your access? I'm only here for the Cowboys. Hey, if
I think
Dak,
he's arguing with himself.
If Dak was, I think if Dak would have not gotten hurt, I think they'd have a better record. I think they'd be first place. I honestly think they would have beat the Steelers too.
Yeah. Look, the Cowboys would have been one of the top teams in the NFC if Dak didn't get hurt. And, I mean, I didn't pick that. I had the Eagles winning the division from the start. But I also didn't have them winning the division at 6-9-1 like they're going to. But I had the Cowboys at I believe I had them at 9-7 preseason or 8-8 preseason, and they were better than I thought that they were. And I knew that before Dak got hurt. I knew they were better. As soon as Dak got hurt, I said, "Oh well, I'm gonna be right. They're not gonna be that good this year." But
So after we got off the show, we were talking about the Cowboys. When we were talking about the Cowboys last night, right? Or we weren't talking about the Cowboys. We were talking about the NFC East and how that division is just horrible. And like after the show, it got me thinking a little bit. I watched the Cowboys play a very good Steelers offense. Now, everybody can come out and say, oh, they came out flat, and this and that. No, I don't think I don't think the Steelers came out flat. I think there was a good game plan put in place, and the defense finally showed up. And you want to know what the difference was? And it's year after year with this guy.
Who?
Sean Lee was on the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time Sean Lee goes down, that defense is garbage. But when
and why is that? Is that leadership?
I think it is. I think it is. I think it's the leadership of Sean Lee. When
so they don't have anybody else that could take. Like I mean, they had some really good. Like they had the kid that they picked up from Minnesota. What the hell was his name?
Leighton Vander Esch?
No. The defensive lineman there. Everson Griffin.
Yeah, but they let him go. Yeah,
and then they traded him. So why can't a guy like an Everson Griffin stand up and take leadership? Why can't somebody else take over for Sean Lee when he's gone?
Sean Lee is just a special person. He is a good football player. I don't think he is a Ray Lewis, a Lawrence Taylor. I don't think he's that transcendent of a linebacker. Yeah, he's not a Khalil Mack. He's not a transcendent player like that. But as far as leadership and a field general, I think he is. And you see it year after year when Sean Lee is on the field.
Hey, Chip Cannon, fuck you.
But when he is on the field, that defense just plays better, period. And it showed against the Steelers. So as long as he can stay healthy for the rest of the year, I think that defense is going to turn the corner and surprise a lot of people. And the more, like I was saying, the more I thought about it last night, I think the Cowboys might end up taking this division as long as they can stay healthy. Because, I mean, it's not like the Cowboys don't have a super hard schedule going forward besides playing the Ravens.
Now Chip Cannon's trying to suck up. Says, however, Bears will be in the wild card game.
They will, because of the record. They will.
Especially if they go to 8 teams.
Yeah.
John Hoffman coming out here at Chip Cannon saying keyboard thug.
So speaking of the NFC East.
Okay.
Does Alex Smith, because Alex Smith is going to be the starter, does Alex Smith save this football? Do they save the football team season?
I know your boy Buck Heister is listening. Don't worry, you're my boy too, Buck. And I know you love you some Alex Smith. Alex Smith does not save this. This season for the Washington not Redskins anymore was going to rest on the heels of the defense.
Look, Chip and Hoffy are trying to get a podcast together. Look at that.
You know how I start off our TSS one every week saying the best damn sports podcast on the planet? Yeah. They would start theirs off, this is the worst sports podcast on the planet. But no. You guys, he said, sure, check out me and Professor Leonard anytime. But anyway, no, he does not save their season. This season for the Washington not Redskins anymore was going to be all about that defense. They're built a lot like the Chicago Bears are. Hold teams to under 17 and try to score 20. That's what the Bears are built on. That's what the Redskins are built on as well. So I don't think that he saves their season. I do think that they're the only team in that division that can compete with the Philadelphia Eagles. But I think they're only going to win 4 or 5 games, and the Eagles are going to win this division at 6-9-1 or 7-8-1, something like that.
I'm going to disagree with you. I think Alex Smith comes in, just, I guess call me sappy, but I love to see a comeback story. Alex Smith nearly died, right? This is the stuff movies are made out of, right?
Yeah.
Alex Smith almost dies after he broke his leg. Comes back. What has it been? 2 years since he's played? Yeah. Comes back. That defense is already the Redskins. The not Redskins defense You know what? I'm going to call them the Redskins, and if you don't like it, then I don't give a shit. They're going to be the Redskins. I'm sorry.
I display the helmet every week.
So, look, the Redskins defense they're a good defense. I don't care what anybody says. That defense it's a good defense. That offense, I think Alex Smith, that the leadership Alex Smith offers, not only that offense I feel is going to want to play for him. They're going to go to war for Alex Smith more than they did with Allen, right? You're talking about a man who, with a story, like, look, guys, I almost died. Took 2 years. Here I am to be with you again. Let's go out and let's go do this. There's something about, and you were in the military, right? There's something about a leader that has a story that is been put through the ringer and is still here, and he is with you. That's somebody that you want to follow to hell and back. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like is here. Like, I don't know, man.
But there's also something about a guy who wants to be a leader, but doesn't have the tools to get you where you need to be.
No. I think Alex Smith has those tools.
Alex Smith is going to be an inspirational story. He's going to be a leader. He's going to be that guy that gets them all revved up because he's coming back. However, what has Alex Smith been his entire career? He's been a game manager, correct? He's been a very good game manager that is a quarterback.
I don't think Alex Smith is a game manager.
You can't be a game manager. He's a game manager. And you can't be a game manager with this not Redskins anymore offense. You have to be somebody who can go out there and make stuff happen. And that's not what Alex Smith is. They don't have the weapons to let him just sit back and manage a game. That's why I think it's going to be a great story. I think it's going to be fun to watch him out there. I will not watch any of the games because I do not want to see what happens when a 400-pound man hits him in the freaking leg, because I do not want to be around to see that. But who am I kidding? I absolutely want to be around to see that. But at any rate,
that's horrible, Combs. That's horrible.
I know, but look, man. We talked about this earlier, man. I'm a big fan of chaos. I'm also a big fan of the UFC, so I like to see people freaking get ground and pounded and bones break. Like, I like that stuff. So when Alex Smith has his, it's just so bad because he's such a great guy that I don't want to see it happen. But if it happens, I'll probably watch, and I'll watch the highlights. Like, it's just because that's who I am. But I want he just doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough weapons around him, and he's not going to be able to manage. He's going to have to go out there and put up points. He's going to have to go out there and score 24 points a week with this Washington Redskins offense. Do you think that he's capable of scoring 24 points a week with this offense? Because I sure don't.
I do. I think he is going to make some players. I'm telling you, there's just something about someone with a story behind them, and just people want to follow you to hell and back. And it just brings out the best in people, right? Regardless of what you're doing, you could be a damn data entry clerk. And if you have a damn good leader and a damn good boss, you're going to be the best damn data entry clerk that you could be, right? It doesn't matter what profession it is. I think a leader with a story is going to, man, I'm telling you, easy there, LL Cool J. Calm down. Professor Leonard, who introduced you all to me. I want to bring Chip Cannon on one day. I want to bring him and Benji
on. All right,
on.
first of all, I'm not bringing Chip Cannon anywhere because Chip Cannon still has yet to tell me who his football team is that he roots for, but he bags on everybody else's. So Chip Cannon, once you can tell me who your football team is, I'll think about letting you come on the show.
Ooh, Chip, what's it going to be? You going to let us know your team?
He ain't going to let us know nothing.
No, Chip is a troll.
Yeah, for sure.
Chip's a troll. Yeah.
You know who I think Chip is? I think that's Hoffy's Kevin Durant profile.
He said the replacements. Oh, that's a classic answer. Oh, the replacements. Oh, he is a Who Is Winning fan. That might be right.
That's probably true.
Right.
That's probably true. Fair weather fan.
Yeah. Like my Packers.
Yeah. So I need nothing else to happen here in the last 2 minutes and 47 seconds of this first half so that I can win $100.
Nothing else to happen.
Yeah, there's 2 minutes and 47 seconds left, so no drive by the Colts. I need the clock to wind down here.
17-10 right now.
Yep.
But
great. Rivers completes a freaking 10-yard out. Okay, good. Anyways, I never freaking win. All right. So,
Cowboys plus Yankees equals Mike's Packers.
We talked a little bit about how COVID, changed this to a COVID changed this season to where the first 4 weeks of the season was kind of the preseason.
Hold on. What COVID? I thought COVID went away.
Not till like December. They got to make it look good.
Oh, my bad. December.
Yeah.
That's when Joe Biden will come out and say COVID went away. Gotcha.
Yeah. Chip says, speaking of replacements, how's the search for Jay and Offie replacements going? It's pretty good. I ended up with the man hour.
Boom. Boom.
But anyway, so we were talking about COVID, and Aaron Rodgers came out in an interview and said that the NFL's COVID protocol has double standards. They say we can't go into our break room and we can't eat lunch and we can't eat dinner with the guys that we play on the field with because we would be sitting too close. But we're playing football. So
I would have to I see two sides of this, right? I see two sides of this. When you're playing football, you are limiting the amount of exposure, right? You're not around them day in and day out all day long like you would be if you're in the break room, you're going to lunch, you're doing this, you're doing that, right? But 2 days after Joe was elected, we have an injection that is... Yeah, because Donald Trump, and we won't get into that. I see where he's coming from, though, because, I mean, realistically, for, let's say, 4 hours, you're all on the sidelines. You're right there next to each other and everything like that. And then, while you're playing on the field, you are literally fucking shoulder to shoulder with someone. So, this is probably not a good subject for Mike to get on because I think before I say this, I understand COVID is real and it's serious. And there are people that have, suffered from it and people that have lost lives from it. And I get that. Thank you. But I think COVID is bullshit, if you want my honest opinion.
I'm with you. But for
and from the sounds of it,
purposes,
but from the sounds of it, it sounds like Aaron Rodgers is like coming out and saying that without saying that.
But and that's the thing. Like I think what he's doing is saying, we've got these protocols and now we've got teams that are missing starters because of COVID, but we play football together. Like, you can't tell me that when Cam Newton got it, remember when Cam Newton got it?
Yes.
The entire New England Patriots team played that week except for Cam Newton. Mm-hmm. But where was Cam? Was Cam Newton the only player at practice every time he was out there? Did Cam Newton never talk to a coach?
Look, we're talking about COVID, right?
Yeah.
How many people a year, roughly, on average, does the flu kill?
34,000.
On average, 34,000.
34,000 a year.
And how many has it killed in the United States this year?
I think it went way down because they're attributing all those to COVID.
So it's roughly about the same,
Give or take, yeah. It's
But
actually
Michael-
probably
wait,
way
wait,
less
wait.
because the numbers are crazy inflated.
They are crazy inflated, agreed, because there are underlying issues. There's a hell of a lot less people that actually died from COVID, not underlying issues.
Right. Okay.
So we won't let people play on the field with COVID. But we'll let Michael Jordan play in Game 6 with the flu.
Shh. Can't
With the flu.
can't talk logic when it comes to politics. It doesn't work.
I'm just saying. How
But,
many
yeah,
NFL players have played?
Dude,
the
trust
flu?
me, I'm with you. But again, we can't. This is the day and age where logic is out the window. This is the day and age where common sense is out the window. This is the day and age where we spent 4 years listening of how people were locked in cages and kids were locked in cages and we're getting media coverage of it. But now, because we have a different president, all of a sudden that stuff will all go away. Or there will just be no media coverage of it. So we'll forget.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, it's a harsh reality. And we try not to get into politics because we're not a political show. We are a sports show. But every once in a while, I mean, look.
Sometimes politics bleeds into it.
Yeah, politics is part of sports. If you want politics to be a part of sports, politics is a part of sports. We have the NBA doing it. We've got the NHL doing it. We've got the NFL doing it. MLB's doing it. We're listening to...
Hold on. Chip, you might have said the most logical fucking thing I have heard in a long time. Put that comment up there. Logic in politics only exists when individuals in power do not have basic knowledge of common sense.
It's true.
Chip, you are my hero. I don't care what Benzie says about you. You are my hero.
Mike Buckheiser says, Chip must be Soup Boss.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
Me and Soup Boss gonna fight. Me and Soup Boss gonna fight. Hey, speaking of Soup Boss, man, I just want to take this time. I know, not everybody is as, is friends with Soup Boss. Not everybody sees the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. But he's been out for a while. He's been out doing some work stuff. He's working his butt off. I mean, this man is working 7 days a week. He's working 2 jobs trying to get everything done. He was going through a divorce, but he just recently announced yesterday that him and his wife, even though they were going through the courts and everything, like they're about to hit their final court date, and they said, you know what are we doing? And they said, we've realized we can go on life without each other. We realized we could raise our kids on our own. We realized we could do all this on our own, but we realized we didn't want to. And so they have reconciled, and they've decided to not go through with the divorce, and just celebrated their 10-year anniversary together yesterday. So cheers to you, Soup Boss, and cheers to Mrs. Soup Boss, and here's to a lifetime of happiness with you guys.
Man, I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not every day you get a story like that. Usually it's the other way around.
It is.
Hold
on. While we're speaking about divorce,
oh boy,
let's talk about this
boy.
for a minute. We're gonna get some.
You want to do this?
Yeah, we're gonna get off. We're gonna get off. We're gonna get off topic. Look. I'm so sick and tired. No. I'm so sick and tired of society making divorce have to be a horrible and bad thing. Yeah. It does not have to be. Sometimes it is a beautiful thing. You know what? I'm gonna use myself as an example. I don't speak about my personal life very much, but me and my ex-wife, we are going through. We are separated. We decided, like, hey, do we really like? We understand as husband and wife, we are not fucking compatible. We are not at all. But no reason to rush into divorce where we has to get ugly, drug through court, and all that. We don't even have to do that, right? We are separated. We understand. I live in my own place. She lives in her own place with her girlfriend. She is perfectly happy, and so am I. But here's the beautiful.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you just say her girlfriend?
She does. She has a girlfriend, and
bro.
Yeah. What?
Why are you getting divorced? You got a girlfriend, bro.
No. My wife decided that, my ex-wife decided that, she wanted to bat for the home team, which is,
All right.
which is great, which I support it. If that's what makes you happy, boo-boo, then do you. But
she
you know
decided
what?
she liked the same things you did, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And, we were married for 18 years. And when we got together, she told me, hey, I'm bi. And I don't think she was bi. I think she was a lesbian the whole time. But I digress. So, but look, if you separate or anything like that, look, man, it doesn't have to be ugly. And it does, like, society makes it to where you have to hate each other. There's no reason to hate each other. Me and my ex are best friends. Like, literally, here's my morning. I wake up, I check work, make sure everything is going good, and then I head over to the house. And me and her sit around, and we have a couple shots of whiskey. We talk about the kids. We talk about life. If I'm going through something, like, I talk to her about it. If she's going through something, she talks to me about it. Like, we are really the best of friends. So divorce doesn't have to be ugly. And I don't know. I just really want to give her a shout out. Like, I still, like, regardless if we're not together anymore, that's great. We're friends, but I still couldn't do this life without her. She means that much to me.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Stuff like that is great. Like me, look, I've been divorced twice, man. So me and my first ex, we do not have a good relationship. As a matter of fact, if I saw her and she was drowning, I would probably throw her a couple of rocks. But my second ex, we can get along. We can talk. We can talk about the kids. We can talk to the kids. We can talk, and we could be cordial. You know what I mean? But it's not like I'm not going over to our house for Thanksgiving. I'm not. You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of Thanksgiving, so Thanksgiving, my ex is going to her family's. Her and her girlfriend are going to her family's, and they're gonna have that. And they were like, what are you gonna do for Thanksgiving? We don't want you to be alone. So, like, hey, after we get back, like, come over so we can have a Thanksgiving dinner together, so you're not alone. Things like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, we have
if
two
he makes
beautiful.
this kick, I'm gonna be so pissed.
He's gonna make it. We have two beautiful kids together, Max and Macy, and at the end of the day, that's all it's about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't want my kids looking back and being like, oh, mom and dad hated each other. I hated growing up. You know what I mean?
Chip says he divorced his wife for tax purposes, but now they live in a duplex and have their own suites.
It wouldn't surprise me with Chip, some of the stuff he talks about. Oh, man.
All right, let's get back on topic now. So
Okay.
We talked about all the COVID stuff. We talked about football. Great. I'm a baseball guy, man. And
Here we go.
We need to start talking more baseball on this show. And I'm sure the fans agree. And all you guys out there commenting.
Let us know. Do you want us to talk more baseball? Let us know.
They want us to talk more baseball. I know they do.
How do you know?
At any rate,
how do you know?
One fan base out there that has not had a whole lot to cheer about over the last, 15 years probably, is the New York Mets. And
because the New York Yankees overshadowed. That's the New York Yankees' little brother.
Oh, man, get out of here. But I saw the interview with their new owner, Steve Cohen, and when I watched that entire interview with him, and I'm excited for the Mets fans. And the Mets fans absolutely should be excited moving forward. That's our poll question up on YouTube. If you haven't voted yet, get onto YouTube and vote. Should Mets fans be excited about Steve Cohen taking over? They absolutely should, because for two reasons. It reminds me a lot of when Cubs ownership Tom Ricketts bought the team. He was a fan who had enough money to buy a team. And within 8 years of him buying that team, they erased a 108-year drought and won a World Series.
They erased the curse.
Let's get out of here with curses. There's no curse. There's no
Cubs
curse. They
curse.
just had horrible ownership. But you, as the Mets, you've got this guy who is coming off of out of COVID, where all these teams lost money, and now you've got a billionaire who just bought your team, who has money, and you're in a season where there are a lot of good free agents that a lot of teams can't afford to go and get right now, that Steve Cohen can afford to go and get. And he says in the interview, he hamstrings himself a little bit here because now he better deliver. But he says, we're a big market team, and we're going to spend like a big market team.
I mean, they really are a big market team. You're in New York. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
New York is a big market. The Jets, I don't care if they're losing. They're still in a big market. The Giants, still in a big market. The Yankees, obviously, we know the Yankees are a huge market in New York. But the Mets are too. And I know I joke and say that the Mets are the Yankees' little brother, which is true, but I digress. They're still in a big market, and they really are. And if they can, if Steve Cohen can really turn it around, go out and go get some ringers, and go out and go get some big names that, that other teams really cannot afford, then, maybe he takes over that market from the Yankees.
Mike Buckheiser says, who is this guy? So this guy owns Point72, which is an asset firm, a $16 billion asset firm. And that's billion with a B. So, look, this guy has got money, and he's a fan. He's a Mets fan. And he is going to do great things there. I guarantee that within the next 5 years, because the Mets already have a good, solid young core. They've got a really good pitching staff, and they've got a good young core on offense as well. I think that within the next 5 years, the Mets win a World Series.
Ooh, I don't know in the next 5 years if the Mets win a World Series.
In the next 5 years, the Mets will win a World Series.
No, you heard it here first.
Absolutely.
You heard it here first. I don't know about that.
That pitching staff, and especially, here's what I think is going to happen. He says they're going to go spend big money. Not a whole lot of teams can afford Trevor Bauer right now. You add Trevor Bauer to that pitching staff, you add Trevor Bauer, the reigning Cy Young Award winner, you add him to your former two-time Cy Young Award winner, you add him to Thor, that pitching staff is going to be ridiculous. You go out and you get him. You go out and you can get yourself. You can go get, and this is going to piss you off, Mike. But you go out and get DJ LeMahieu to play second base for you.
No, hell no.
You go ahead and get DJ LeMahieu's an unrestricted free agent. You absolutely could go steal him from the Yankees right now.
No, the Yankees are going to retain him. Calm down. Calm down.
They're not.
Calm down. Yeah, they will.
They're not going to retain him. If they're going to retain him, why didn't they offer him? Why didn't they offer him a qualifying offer?
They will. Calm down.
No, it's too late. They can't now.
Oh my God! Look, Steinbrenner is going to do what he needs to do to keep his players. We already know this.
Jared Paris says the Mets have a window of 2 years. Is that with the pitching staff, Jared? You think that's with the pitching staff? I think that window might be with the pitching staff because I think that their weapons in the field, I think, are young and upcoming. They've also got a couple of good.
Hold on. I need to address a comment. Buck, here you go with vomiting bullshit out of your mouth. The Yankees will not let Judge go. I promise you that.
No.
You are
a Yankee for life.
He's a Yankee for life.
But you know who's not? Giancarlo Stanton.
Stanton, I agree. I think Stanton's probably
DJ LeMahieu.
I think LeMahieu will be on the Yankees next year. I really do. I really do. Stanton, I don't know.
What about? Oh God, I'm gonna think. Buff on his name. The kid they got from the Cubs there that plays shortstop.
Damn it.
They got him in the trade when we got God, why do I do this every time I'm on
Torres.
Yeah, Torres.
I think Torres stays. LeMahieu, I think, stays. Stanton, I don't know about Stanton.
Jared says, "Why do you want Judge for life? He's as bad as Wentz with his injuries." And he ain't wrong.
He's not wrong,
Judge
but
is
when
hurt a
Judge, he is hurt a lot. But when Judge is on, Judge is on.
Yeah, and that's baseball now. Baseball's no longer can you hit 300 and hit 30 home runs. Baseball now is can you hit 60 and hit 240.
Yep.
And that's what Aaron Judge is. So, look, I don't know what's going to happen with the Yankees. I do know, and I'm telling you right now, within the next 5 years, and it might be within that 2-year window that Jared Parrott's talking about with the pitching staff here, if they go out and get Trevor Bauer and add him to that pitching staff, and maybe add DJ LeMahieu or, hell, that I could see them going and trading for a Chris Bryant. The Cubs need to unload some Chris Bryant. They need to unload some money so that they can afford to pay a Javi Baez. If they go and add something like that to that, forget it. I mean, they'd be my favorite in the National League next year.
I don't know, man.
I'm just telling you. This is a good thing for Mets fans. And when was the last time Mets fans were able to be excited about something? When they were losing to the Yankees in the World Series in 2000?
What if they go get Real Muto?
I don't
they
think
go
they
out and go get
They got a
JT?
really good. They've got a good catcher. I don't think they need to go get Real Muto.
They definitely need to go out and get Bauer. 100%.
Yeah, Bauer would be huge for them. But everybody's in on Bauer though.
Do you think they make a play for Springer from Houston?
Springer would be a good addition for them, but not if he's going to ask for like the 125 that I'm hearing that he's going to be asking for. If he's asking for 125, he's going to be one of those guys that's on the market until spring training when he has to take a 1-year deal and settle for it.
Well, if he asks for 125, then you go get Ozuna from Atlanta.
But Ozuna's going to command more.
I don't think Ozuna's going to command more. I
Ozuna's
think
definitely going to command more. He's worth more than Springer is.
No, I think Springer's worth more than Ozuna.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I don't know.
Simeon? You think they go get Simeon from the Athletics?
That would be a good addition.
Or
they've got a really good shortstop there though too.
I don't know. If I was them, I'd go get Gregorius. Didi Gregorius, I don't understand why the Yankees let him go in the first place. I was really, really upset when they let Gregorius go.
Right, but they got that Jimenez kid at shortstop.
I get it, but him. I really like Gregorius. Really.
And they do still have Robinson Cano as well.
They do. Well, okay, so they don't get Ozuna. Then they can go get Brantley. They can go get Michael Brantley from Houston.
Yeah.
He would definitely command less.
So what do you see in the outfield? So if you put George Springer there with Conforto, you got Springer, Conforto, and then you could probably pick anybody to be in left field.
Yeah, I mean anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we are out of time. We're going to leave it there with the baseball talk. Watch out for the Mets to be in on Francisco Lindor. Oh, my God. That's a good one. I like that, Jared.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, guys, leave a comment on the video. Leave a comment on the podcast. Let us know if you want us to talk more baseball. Let us know if you want to talk more MMA, UFC. If you want us to talk more college football, because we do talk a lot of NFL on the channel. So let us know. Let us know.
That's all
what you guys
Buckmeister
want.
knows.
Yeah, I mean it is. I would love to talk more college football.
Bro, we could talk. I could talk golf with you. I could talk tennis with you. I could talk MMA with you. I watch it all.
We're not gonna. We're not gonna talk golf and tennis. That's.
I mean, I'm just saying.
We're not gonna do that.
You want to get in some water polo? I mean, I could talk it all. But no, for real. Definitely leave us a note. Let us know what you guys want to talk about. Leave us a comment. Get on the YouTube stream. Check out the YouTube page. If you missed any part of the show, make sure you check it out. It's youtube.com/Mike and Mike Man Hour. Should be Man Hour After Dark because this ain't no Mike and Mike no more.
Mike and Mike. Hey, go get you some merch. Go get you some merch. manhour.com. But you don't even know what Blue Falcon means. I'm pretty sure.
No clue.
No clue.
All right.
manhour.com. Go get some merch. Go get you a hoodie. Go get you a hat. Go get you a t-shirt. Hell, go get you a coffee mug. We're out for the night. Cheers, fuckers.